Yesterday, Apple released iOS 17.1 to the public. So in this video, I'm going to go over should you update and what to do after you update to make sure you get the best possible experience. So right off the rip, I'm just going to go ahead and say now, if you own an iPhone 15 series or 14 Pro Max series, definitely update right now. It fixes a ton of bugs that were plaguing those phones mostly. Otherwise, it's really up to you if you want to update, but I recommend you do because it does fix overall bugs and even add some new features. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and go into the changelog here. So as I mentioned, the big one that was plaguing the 15 and the 14 series, the Pro models, was the screen burn-in issue. A lot of people thought that was their OLED panel, but no, that was actually a software bug. Some of the new features is standby mode gets a screen toggle for how long you want it to be on. And then the big one is AirDrop no longer requires you to be in range of the person you're sending a file to. You can send it over the internet, and I'll show you how to turn that on in settings. But as you see, there's a ton of changes here and bug fixes. So just go ahead and update, especially if you have the 15 or 14 series of iPhones. So once we get this updated, I'm going to show you some things you should do when you update to ensure you get the best experience after updating. So I'll see you then. Now that we updated our phone to iOS 17, let's go over some things you should do to make sure you get the best experience possible. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Settings, then go to General, go to About. In this menu right here, you're going to see a pop-up occur if you have an available update to update your cellular carrier settings. This will ensure you get the best signal possible and the most stable signal possible. I know with newer iPhone models, this tends to be an issue, so most of the time you will see a pop-up here, updating. So make sure you do that. If it doesn't pop up, that means there's no update available, so you can check again maybe a month or so from now, but make sure you do that to ensure you get the best outcome. Okay, we're going to turn on the feature if it isn't on by default that Apple just added with this update, which is the AirDrop over cellular. So go to Settings, General, AirDrop, and then make sure it's on at the bottom as you see. This will allow you to transfer files even if you're away from the person that you sent it to over your cellular network, even if Wi-Fi is not available. So make sure that's on to take advantage of that new feature. I'm going to show you real quick the new setting Apple added to the standby mode for the iPhone 14 Pro and 15 Pro series. So we go to standby, go to display, and they added this new toggle here, turn off after 20 seconds. So if you want to conserve battery or preserve your display, you can turn this feature on. This wasn't here earlier, so this is something new in 17.1. Showing you another new feature in iOS 17.1 in Apple Music. You now see a star right here. This will allow you to favorite a song, and it will curate songs based on the ones you favorite. So this is pretty cool. This used to be a feature in the old iTunes. I guess they brought it back. So if you tap that star, the song will be favorited and Apple Music will try to curate based on your music taste. Pretty cool. What's new in 17.1 is Apple improved the photo function. So when you go to customize here, you can now add photo albums. This wasn't working previously. They fixed this in iOS 17.1. So if you want to make your wallpaper, lock screen, and home screen shuffle through your photo album, you can now do that in 17.1. So that's a new improvement as well. Another new feature Apple added to 17.1 is if you turn on the flashlight, you can now interact with it using the dynamic island. So if you want to turn it off, you can now do it through here. You tap that and it will turn off the flashlight. See? Nice. That's a little addition. If you're not on the lock screen, for example, if you're on an app or something, that's a quick way to turn off the flashlight without swiping or going to the home screen. Pretty cool. That is pretty much everything that's new in iOS 17.1. In terms of the features, like I said, this thing fixes a ton of bugs and improves the stability of the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, especially. Like I said, it fixes the burn-in issue that people thought they had. So, like I said, this is a must-have update for at least this version of the iPhone, the 15. So I definitely recommend you do it. There are plenty of other changes too that I missed. I'll try to go over all of them as much as I can in a future video, but I did the big ones for 17.1 that you will notice or can really use right away. So I hope this really helped you out, and if it did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.